Sexy Girl by Bell Electronics or Ranco, which both companies made this game kind of in cahoots together. Sometimes Ranco would put their name on it, sometimes Bell would put their name on it. And what you would do is, this was a conversion company similar to Geiger. And when you had games over in Europe, a lot of times it was too expensive to ship new games over. So buying a new game and shipping it over was very costly. So these companies developed things that they would do playfield swaps and convert games that were the same into a totally different game to give it a new look and breathe new life into making money. So this was a Bally Playboy, and what you do is you would send them your game. They would yank out the playfield, take the back glass out, and then put a populated playfield in that's completely different, back glass, and they'd repaint your cabinet. Mine's custom that I did because the original cabinets on the Sexy Girls is just like a silver spackle with black, and it looks terrible. And then with this game, this is called a picture pin. They made two different versions of this. They have one that has a Silver Ball Mania playfield, and then one with the Playboy playfield. And they would put a projector inside the cabinet, so when you did certain objectives, when you spell girls, it would turn on the projector, and then when you hit the girl targets, it advances the pictures. And the pictures came on 8-track tapes, and they would have 89 pictures on a reel, and they gave you 3 8-track tapes depending on the level of sexuality you wanted. You had PG and like PG-13 and R, but you know, this was like the 80s and the 70s, so even when it was rated R, you really didn't see anything.
Are we missing a bulb on the right cap?
No, it's not missing. It's in there. It's just flaky.
Oh, okay.
So it might come on and off sporadically while it's popping away.
There's some nice silhouettes of the bottom. It's hard to see. You can see it with the unlit cap, but the bottom one is a girl turned backwards with a nice.
Yes, which is similar to what my cabinet is. I did like a very, like kind of like a reverse shadow type negative space art package for the cabinet.
The bottom cap is like a nice heart bottom girl, and then
they look.
Top left is like a side view top torso.
Yeah, but what's interesting on this is that this is a Bally conversion, and it uses the Bally boards because they keep using the same boards, but the playfield is all Gottlieb parts. So the mechs and everything is all Gottlieb because it was Europe. Europe loved to use Gottlieb parts, so a lot of European games will have Gottlieb flipper mechs.
It says, wait, I have a Silver Ball Mania. Say that again? What?
Yes, the Silver Ball Mania is called the Picture Pin Deluxe, which they have a Sexy Girl version in the wide body format, and it's Sexy Girl Deluxe, and that was a Silver Ball Mania that has been converted.
So it's basically it's Space Invaders wide body.
Not Space Invaders, Silver Ball Mania.
No, I know.
Yes, but Space Invaders the ultra wide body. Yes,
the wide body, but Silver Ball Mania and Silver Ball Mania and Space Invaders are the same thing, right?
As far as cabinet and everything goes, yeah.
Yeah, it's just Space Invaders is the wide body version of Silver Ball Mania. So if you wanted this to work with the
Silver Ball Mania is a wide body.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Nope. Standard.
Well, I thought that was a wide body game.
Space Invaders is the wide body version of Silver Ball Mania.
Well then, no, but Silver Ball Mania is the deluxe. They call it Sexy Girl Deluxe, and it uses the Silver Ball Mania layout, but it has the picture thing in the center just like this one.
But it's wide body.
No, it's Silver Ball Mania converted.
Oh, okay.
So I thought Silver Ball Mania was a wide body game, so that was my bad.
Okay, so
disregard the wide body aspect.
You can still have tits on your Silver Ball Mania, but you got to find the conversion kit.
Yes, but they didn't come as kits because remember that you would have to ship your game to the company and they did it for you.
Oh,
you were not allowed to buy just a kit and do it yourself. You would send them the game and they would do these conversions.
That's kind of nice.
Well, you know, yeah.
I mean, it would cost you quite a bit to ship it to them.
Yeah, but not in Europe. It wasn't. Like in Europe, it was very easy for these guys to do this, and it was much cheaper than buying a new Bally or Williams at the time and have it sent over.
You could have a roached out one or something.
Well, yeah, that's what I did with Miss World. I got the original parts from Geiger because they still had some in the warehouse, and I converted Miss World from a Kiss.
Cool.
You know, but Geiger did the same thing. You'd send them your game. They did a conversion.
And how many million things did they sell of Playboy and Silver Ball Mania?
Yeah, that's why they used them. And Kiss. They made a
out.
ton of Kiss machines.
Right.
So it's a great game to do the conversion for because there's, you know, tens of thousands of them out there.
Lost World would have been a great one, too.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
They could have definitely redid that one.
Yeah.
All right, we ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right. So, okay, so what happens is I got to spell GIRLS. I have it set to medium difficulty, so the G and the L actually light together. They are synchronized. When you spell girls, it turns on the projector and gives you a bonus multiplier that carries over from ball to ball. Then to change pictures, you hit the girl targets and it advances the pictures. So we usually don't care about scoring. We don't care about anything else. We're just trying to get the projector to come on. And that's where the fun is.
Well, this is what I joked about. See the drop targets? See how many drop targets there are? This is where I joked about, like, missed opportunity.
Yep.
They could have had boobs.
and they would have only had to spell 3 different letters, so it would have been very easy to do.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, I need one more. I'm 80% of the way there. And usually what happens is this, right? When you get one letter left, and then you have to respell it from scratch now on the next ball. That's where the frustration level runs into play. It gets so close, yet so far.
So you did not convert this?
Nope, that is a NOS populated playfield that was created. And I created this game from that populated playfield.
All right, what do I need? These over here.
No, shoot it up in the grotto, like up in that
upper
thing.
In order to turn on this.
Nope, you need to get those 2 letters up there at the top. You need the I and the R. See those 2 lanes up at the top?
Oh, okay.
Those targets you use after you have the projector on. Then you use these targets to change the pictures.
Okay.
So it's all about spelling girls.
All at the top.
Yep, see, there we go. Oh, of course, it goes to the one I already have.
You can't, there's no lane change.
No lane changes.
Yeah, okay.
That's where the difficulty comes in.
I thought it was like, no, sorry. I thought for sure I got
Oh, come on.
I got all either the stand-ups or the drops now.
No, I think you're just mistaken because, like I said, it changes the pictures. So you might have had the projector on, and then that's how you were advancing.
Oh, okay.
God.
Did you put LEDs on?
Yes, I do have LEDs, the correct LEDs in the GIs. That's why they're white and you can't really tell that they're LED'd.
You did part. Somewhere incandescent, somewhere.
Yes, some of them I didn't bother with because they looked really good.
Oh.
But like I said, this was NOS, so all the bulbs in it were new. There we go.
And I think with pop bumpers, I always have to squeeze that socket to make it work well with LEDs.
I should have gutted the sockets out and did my usual.
Yeah. And
There we go. See? There we go. Now we got a picture.
Ah, look at that.
Okay, so now, as you hit these targets, see?
Oh, look at that.
Changes the pictures. Of course, we have to have some pirate wenches in there since the theme of the game room is pirates.
It shows perfectly on camera.
Does it?
Yeah. This is
Oh my God,
money.
They're perfect.
We're capturing.
And this is my PG reel. I have 3 different carousels that I can put in here. Takes about 2 minutes to swap the carousel.
All right, yeah. Who has ever streamed Sexy Girl? I don't think I've ever heard of anybody.
See, and then it does like a little shuffle thing too after it's cutting down bonus.
Love it.
There's some, if you guys know cosplay girls, there's probably some popular ones there you guys recognize. I sifted through thousands of pictures since
get them.
slides are not cheap to make these days. Actual photograph slides from MP3 or JPEG files. So yeah, when you're spending money on them, they come out to about, if you buy them by the hundreds, they're only $1.50 a piece, and they go up from there if you order less than that. So you really got to be selective on what you're picking.
Yeah.
I spent about $450 just on slides alone.
Holy moly.
But, you know, like I said, I had 3 carousels of reels that I wanted to do. So I could change them out however much I wanted. But usually the PG reel is used the most. Sometimes we'll swap in the NC-17 reel.
Well, it's the most kid-friendly.
Yes. As kid-friendly as this game can possibly be. I mean, there's only a certain level of kid-friendly you can get with the back glass being the way it is.
Well, and how...
Which is actually an actual picture from a Playboy centerfold that was taken that back glass is drawn from.
And how often would you even, like, swap it out to the not PG one anyway?
Yeah, it'd be like if we're just doing like a adult party.
Oh, the adult, yeah. Like if it, yeah. Oh my god!
Nope, there it is. All right, try again.
And now, is that the same tones and everything?
Yes.
And so it's all the same rules and everything. From
Yes.
Playboy.
Well, yes and no. I did have these rules modified though, so that my ROMs work with my projector, because I run the projector all the way with the unused solenoid parts on the driver board, and the software actually uses them. And I had to have it pulse a certain length and stuff so that it would turn the projector on, and then I have it hooked up to the remote so that it pulses. I got relays in there that pulse the signals for when you advance these targets. So it's all done in software.
Who the heck did you get to modify ROMs?
I got some friends that are good at modifying ROMs.
Seriously?
Yes. That's why I have custom ROMs for Cosmic Gunfight.
Who? There's people, somebody I know?
Probably not.
No?
No, probably not.
Not in our state.
Not in our state.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so it worked out really good. I'm very happy, and actually I had to buy an Alltech board for this because my other one started messing up. So I had to have the ROMs redone on the Alltech, the 28, 126 or whatever, so I could select the ROMs now on that board or whatever.
Really? Well, I thought kid-friendly is the nude stuff. Duh. I thought Weebly would be like more conducive to putting some of that like custom stuff on there, but because like I thought Alltech
I do use some of Weebly's boards too. I think it
seems like
maybe it is a Weebly board. I don't remember.
Yeah,
one of them, whoever uses the 28 128 or the 26 128 chip or whatever, it's like the big long one. But they customized and put my game on that chip so I could select it.
Yeah, Weebly, as far as I know, Weebly has like by far like all like the custom ROMs and stuff like that. Is very, very open to like even plugs for like Scorebit, and you know, remember I did there's the Dick Hamill custom ROM for like Meteor and Stars and stuff like that, so you can like plug in into their
Well,
boards.
these ROMs really wouldn't do anybody any good except for me, because you would have to know how to wire up the slide projector to work with that in order for that to work.
So this is truly a very unique game.
Yes.
So if
The
anybody,
most sexy girls, like there's not a lot of sexy girls out there to begin with, but this is the only one that I know of that's customizable as far as the picture content.
right? So it basically, if you want a sexy girl, like you gotta pay Neo some big bucks to get this game.
And we'd have to find you a 70s slide projector that will work with the ROMs that I have.
Otherwise,
preferably the exact same make and model of the 1979 Carousel slide projector that's in here. And then you have to spend $450 on slides to get if you want to start filling up some carousels of slides.
Yeah. Otherwise, this is not gonna work.
Yes.
So you should probably just buy this thing that it has a beautiful custom paint job.
It's actually automotive actual candy apple red.
Yeah.
It cost me $750 in paint just to paint this cabinet.
Yeah. It's got like a. I can probably zoom out a little bit here in a second.
It's hard to capture unless the light hits it right because it's sparkly. And
yeah, it's probably not perfect.
Got some nice deep.
I'll describe it's
metallics.
It's got a girl that's laying back and smoky.
In negative
tones.
Space shading type graphics.
And a deep like burgundy
Very
color.
similar to this top bumper cap. The whole cabinet's artwork design on the front head and side of the cabinet uses that reverse negative space shading effect.
Very fitting to the theme.
Which a friend of mine, I told him exactly what I wanted, what poses I wanted, and an artist friend of mine actually made those.
I'm gonna try harder than anything.
You've decided?
Yes. Oh, he's even got the coin slot things as naked girls on this game.
Of course, you gotta fit the theme. This was a balls deep restoration.
Yes.
Like literally a balls deep restoration.
Oh my god.
You should have seen this. This was a Playboy cabinet too. It was such the biggest piece of shit ever on the planet. It was held together at the corners with L brackets on the outside of the cabinet, just holding it together. The top of the head actually came off when I lifted it up. Came off in my hands.
Why?
And I re-glued it, redid it, repainted it.
Why is the apron Gottlieb when the rest of
the whole game is actually Gottlieb? This playfield, all the mechs, everything are Gottlieb actually in it.
But why?
Because Europeans had tons of Gottlieb parts. That's why a lot of them, all the European manufacturers, use Gottlieb parts.
But it's the Bally layout. Why wouldn't they like reuse and reface the Bally stuff?
They didn't. This was all its own thing. It was made all brand new. Like you didn't use the parts or nothing. Probably because if somebody sends you a game, you're probably going to have problems with the game. So why use these problematic parts that you got to sit there and troubleshoot when everything's brand new? You plop it in, you plug it in, it's good to go.
Okay, so they build all the kit around the Gottlieb parts that they had.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense.
And they, like I said, and that's the problem. Like CPR actually made Sexy Girl playfields and backglasses. That's actually a CPR Sexy Girl backglass. Before everybody got mad, now they printed them with the displays printed in them, and then now it's used just for wall art. But the first ones were they're mirrored like that, and they have the windows for the actual displays, which I bought when they came out because I thought it was good wall art. So I bought one for my Miss World.
There's a lot of mirroring in this back glass.
Yeah, CPR did a really good job on this.
You can't really see too much, but there's like
stars
a
at the top
shitload of stars like all around the perimeter.
This whole area has
all of Sexy and Girl is outlined and mirrored. All of the score displays, there's a lot of mirroring.
So
on that.
Anyway, with the CPR kits, people were buying the backglasses.
Her
The
G-string
people were trying to build them. What they found out though is when they start trying to build them from a conversion from Playboy, that the mechs underneath the playfield weren't working because they're Gottlieb mechs, and they're trying to use Bally mechs, so the alignment for everything isn't working. Stuff would overlap where it shouldn't overlap, and you couldn't get the mechs in. So people are running into major problems trying to build these from Playboys and Playboy parts, and it wasn't working. And then you came into the same problem too, is you don't have a projector. Because the projector was a standalone metal box that would plug into the boards, and the game would talk to the projector, and it would work with these 8-track tapes.
So why? All right. So I can hear with all of the frustrations with all this stuff, like why it was a lot to take on to try to make this thing work. You got custom ROMs.
Well, they didn't have custom ROMs. Somehow,
you did.
I made custom ROMs.
You had to get custom ROMs in order to make your projector thing work. Like, so basically, what I'm hearing is you have like a one of one that would even work the way that it was intended.
Yes, because I built all like basically the way it works from scratch. But it's also NOS, so you know, this is all NOS.
Yes, it has.
That's
all,
a CPR back.
All the elements, but this piece
yes, that is completely customized.
Would not work
in any other game
if it wasn't for the ROMs that you had made and work with the projector that you put in there.
Yes. Now somebody could copy my engineering on the projector and use the same pins on the board and my ROMs, and they could get the same results. As long as their slide projector needed the same length of pulse for the coil. You were doing so good too. You were 80% of the way there.
Oh, we got there. Alright, so C&K, okay, how much for Dave to take it home today?
for Dave to take it home. I did actually put it up for sale just recently on Pinside, if in case everybody noticed.
Was it recently?
Mm-hmm. That's when the other games went up for sale too.
Alright, what did you list it for?
11.5.
There you go. Yep. There you go, C&K. Like, that's probably a steal compared to...
like I said, the paint job on the cabinet cost me $750 alone.
I know. It is gorgeous.
It is. I say it's the nicest looking sexy girl out there. And I've seen about 2 or 3. It's a rare game though, but I have seen some.
God,
I was 80% of the way there too.
You know, for that collector that wants to have that unique piece, but it see, compared to the other games that we have streamed tonight, this one has readily available boards. If something if something takes a shit, you can get something like you can
standard Bally boards, standard Gottlieb parts.
Exactly.
Gottlieb targets. These are customized though. I mean, you can't get the $sign gold stamp.
But you can get Gottlieb targets.
You can replace the target. It would not be the same, or you could customize them.
Right. So not the end of the word. You could put boobs on there.
You could put boobs on there. And when I had Miss World, if you remember, I had silhouette girls all on the drop targets on Miss World.
That's what he's saying, folks. This is a deal. This is a deal. It's like, call right now. 1-800 Dave's Arcade. It's like,
put in your hotline.
Put your bid in right now for this sexy girl. Operators are standing by. No, I'm kidding. There's no operators. You can send me a PM if you're interested.
And $450 worth of slides. Ranging from fully clothed to topless to top and bottomless. Nothing too lewd though. I didn't put any kind of like graphic porn type stuff in there.
What?
Just very sexy poses. No. Nothing like Hustler. You know, we get maybe like, Playboy Penthouse-y, but not no Hustler type stuff there. There we go. Look at, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it right here. Oh, I missed it. I need that S. Get the S.
How do you get the S?
Right there.
Oh, there.
Just like that. Just like that. Get it? There we go. Picture changes. See, I got some artwork stuff in there. Got some more cosplay. There we go. Oh, and now we get the big bonus too, because when you spell girls, it also lights the 25K there, and not enough. Get that eye. Get that eye.
How do we change it out to the boob pictures?
Well, that's it. I swap the carousels out, and then. There we go. That's one of my favorites.
So what makes it change? Just any of those stand-ups?
Any of the girl stand-ups over here. And there's 100 different pictures on each carousel, and I have 3 carousels.
That's pretty awesome.
Hey, look at a little Scooby-Doo action, a little promo for Scooby. Scooby-Doo promotion.
Someone,
You're welcome. You're welcome, Spooky. There you go, Charlie. Little promotion for to help you push your game. Which Scooby-Doo, by the way, is a very good game. Plays very well, shoots well.
Are you gonna get one?
I am not gonna get one, but Stephanie's getting one.
I'm getting one.
Stephanie's getting one.
Yeah, I heard.
I got Alice Cooper. It's and at the time I was out of space. Now I'm gonna have a little bit more space, but I already got plans for that space, or some of it.
I didn't think it played as long as people were saying.
Well, yeah, but you can change that up, you know.
And I'm not the greatest player either.
No, I'm not either. I can't do jack shit on Alice Cooper.
No, I thought like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here and play for an hour. It's like, I didn't feel it was that way, but maybe I'll change my tune once I, get
I got a pretty damn good score going on here.
Yeah. That's what I think, C&K. I think Scooby looks great.
Yeah.
Maybe the people that, like, when I first saw
shots are smooth.
When I first saw this stream, like, these are guys that have been playing it for probably months, right?
Mm-hmm.
They know what they're doing. I walk up to the thing at the show, like, I don't know shit. Like,
yeah, you're just happy if you get the bookcase open when the ball gets up there, so you can catch it and put it in play.
I'm not playing an hour on one ball.
And I do like how the bookcase throws it from the side, so it's almost like a side flipper that's hitting the stuff over here on the right side using the top end of the flipper. And it's like you have to kind of like plan for that and use it almost as a vertical flipper. It's pretty cool. It's got some good ideas.
Yeah.
Art package is good. The look is good. The shots aren't overly hard like Alice Cooper.
Yeah. I think it's a better version of Alice Cooper. That's.
I mean, Alice Cooper is great, but those shots are very, very tight. It's extremely hard.
Yeah, it's an easier shooting, smoother shooting. Yeah,
and it seems like the rules, they're getting better at integrating the rules now, more like Stern, where you have more things to do when you're not doing other things,
Well,
but not overboard like Jersey Jack.
Yeah, unfortunately, C&K, I do not sell anything for Spooky. I just have a good friend that, or longtime friend that works there currently. But I have the pinball place down in the left corner there. Not currently.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Not currently a distributor for Spooky Pinball.
Now I gotta get the S again. All right, here we go.
I got no deals. No deals on Spooky games.
No. But their customer service, when you have a problem, they're right there. Any problems I've ever had, they respond back like right away.
Yeah. American games, I don't know. It's up in the air.
I don't own any American games yet. Not yet.
I suppose you
Doesn't
could.
mean it won't happen.
You could call me, but
you may or may not be able to tell you the answer.
Not my monkey, not my circus.
American has some good games.
I do
I like Houdini a lot.
Yeah, I really what the games that I miss the most is
Oktoberfest.
Hot Wheels and Legends of Valhalla were my favorite.
Really?
Yeah. Just they're fast. I like the faster games. Houdini and Oktoberfest, they're like probably bigger games.
Yes. And Houdini is another one like Alice Cooper. Extremely tight shots.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Everywhere. Everything's a mode start like in Shadow.
Well, and I think Josh Kugler is a very underrated programmer. Just like, and I'm still very good friends with him. I played several games of, what was at MGC. Just, anytime there's a show, I'll walk around with him and just shoot the shit. Mm-hmm. But, Josh Kugler is, a fantastic programmer. And you haven't seen the last of him. I guarantee you that. Just because he's, not an American anymore. I know things. I can't say things.
You're saying too much already. Our 2 fans are gonna blab.
Blah. Blah, blah.
You're spilling the beans.
I haven't said anything.
You're gonna be getting a text message soon. What
Ah,
are you doing?
yeah.
Hovering in the background. We're watching. We see.
Josh is a great friend.
Oh! You almost
close.
made it. That would have been your first projector. They wanted to go there too. You need to get it up in that grotto. There you go.
There
That's
you
where
go.
you want it. All right, here's your chance. Nudge gently if you need to. Oh no! Wait! Oh no!
No. The pop,
No!
Pop will help me.
Sometimes.
Hang on.
Oh, almost. A little bit more. A little bit farther. There you go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Pop.
Get out there.
Oh, and I also, since I was having
Oh.
ROMs customized, I made it so that I could turn off extra balls, and instead of an extra ball, you get 25K instead. So that's another feature I got added to these ROMs, because I don't like extra balls for leagues and tournaments.
Yeah. Come on.
Nice.
Killing it.
You are.
Now you gotta hit more things. Come on.
Well, you're sure to hell hit that S target pretty good. All right, wait, 3/4. It's such a smooth shot too. If you get it, if you figure out where it is, if you get in that grotto, it's just a nice straight line right into it. There you go.
Come on.
There, right there. Oh,
No.
right there.
Shit.
Oh, you're always too early.
I
A little
know.
later, a little later. There you
Get
go.
up there. I hit something. I got a bunch of points for that. It's okay.
There you go.
Oh, there it
You
is.
did it.
Boobs. Yeah.
Hey, and now you get the 25K. You got the 25K too. Now your score is gonna blow up.
Yay, boobs.
There you go.
There we go.
Get that multiplier. Oh, you could have did it. Yeah, it's still gonna shuffle it up for you.
There we go. Boom.
See, look at a little Harry
Look at
Potter
that.
going on there.
Oh, it's ball one, man.
More
It's
Star
ball
Wars?
one.
That was a good ball one. That would be a league or tournament winner right there.
I appreciate the support, C&K, but yeah.
Oh,
I think AP knew what I was doing. Knew that I was an asset, but like how much the management value that? Like, you know, where are you gonna find somebody that's got 10 plus years of experience fixing games, like in multiple games at that, multiple manufacturers, and understand their systems.
all of us that own.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna just- Yeah, you're gonna pull somebody off the street that knows how to do that.
Any
It's
of
like,
us have been in pinball for like 30 plus years.
yeah, good luck with that. Like, we'll just pull somebody from manufacturing that, like, you know, like, but the reality is, you know, people in manufacturing, they may not, they're not necessarily pinball collectors, you know. I don't know if you know this, but the people in pinball manufacturing don't make a heck of a lot of money, and pinball machines cost quite a bit of money. So they're not necessarily sitting on a huge collection of games that they're currently, you know, have experience working on.
It wasn't like back in the day when you got a huge discount if you work there.
Yeah, exactly.
And they cost a hell of a lot less back then too.
Yeah. So I would say the only people that actually owned any pinball machines were people that like were in the development, the R&D development area. not necessarily people that were on the production floor.
Actually, my Revenge from Mars was bought and owned by the programmer of Revenge from Mars.
Yeah. So, like, programmer, though, they would be in the development
Yep.
area.
Yeah, development people usually had games a lot more often than production.
Yeah, because the pay for those positions.
I can't hit that for shit either.
Yep.
That's because you moved my game. I could hit that all day where it was. Now I can't hit it for shit.
Oh, C&K, no, not necessarily. So I know, because I hooked my brother up with a Hot Wheels, like, I don't know, not when I first started, but like the launch of that. So I got him a good deal with Hot Wheels. So I think I could. He's probably sick of it at this point now. I could probably trade him for something. But yeah, I think the Legends of Valhalla might be harder. It just kind of stinks that, they didn't even offer me some kind of like, like I had all of them at my house. I could have just bought it outright. So they had to move them. But the reality was that, like, production was slow or something. They just didn't have the games. And so they actually needed them for the shows because they didn't have anything to put on the floor. So, yeah.
Oh, we're done already? Man, you kicked my ass.
That was just the one ball. Like the other two, I sucked at.
And you did it on the first ball, which means that bonus multiplier carried over from ball to ball to ball. So if you can do it on the first ball, your score is just going to blow up.
Oh,
you can get
yeah.
that 5x going on ball one. Oh my god, you're going to just kill it. You might roll it.
No Galactic Candy Force at Pocketeer yet. Well, that's
All right, now watch. It's right 3/4 down the flipper. That's the sweet
there we
spot.
go, there we go.
There it is.
Oh,
that
look at
was a sweet spot.
Oh, money.
That's where you want to hit it every time.
Look at that.
Oh, and I got the 2 hard letters too. Oh, thank you.
Which AP distro? Oh. Yeah, that's bull crap. It said
What did you say?
there's no Galactic Tank Force at Pocketeer, which is the location in Buffalo, New York that Fix manages, and there's like that's bogus. It's because they have production issues. I can attest to that. Barry Engler is no longer there, and he was managing production. I have no fucking clue who's managing it now. Nor do I know who's managing service, and I don't know. I will say that I think still the development crew, like Dennis Norman is I love the Dennis Norman designs. I think he does a good job with what he's doing. He just needs support from staff to get things finished up.
All right, getting sloppy here.
I'm just fearful. I'm fearful of they don't sell enough of these stupid tank games that like we aren't going to see another thing from Dennis. And I can tell you,
there we go.
From direct knowledge, because I have worked on it.
You worked on Galactic Tank Force?
No, not the Galactic Tank Force. The game after. The game after.
Oh.
The Dennis Norman
See?
game
Look at that.
after Galactic Tank Force. So this game is going to have more ramps than you've ever seen in a single.
Even more
pinball
radical?
machine. Yes. Even more
Radical
than
has a ton of
than
ramps.
white. Think of Whitewater, but like 2.0. It will be insane. So we need to give Dennis a chance to get this game out there. I made it shootable.
Ah.
It is fantastic. We just need to give him the opportunity to get this thing out there. And
I didn't mind Galactic Tank Force, honestly. I liked it better than I thought I was going to. But the whole time I played it, I so wish it would have been Fallout 4. If it would have been Fallout 4, there is no doubt in my mind I would have bought that game. Because it has that Fallout feel to it. It's so total 1950s future type vibe to it.
Yeah.
It could have been integrated into Fallout so easy.
I don't know what the.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry if I don't know what the fuck Fallout.
If you haven't played Fallout, you're not going to understand.
No,
But
no, but-
Fallout 4 is probably one of the best video games I've played in a long time.
And maybe it's a missed opportunity.
It is a missed opportunity. It would have been. That game could have been like epic. And then you do the screen like a Pip-Boy, like the green screen Pip-Boy. Oh my god, it would have been amazing.
C&K, you know.
There we go.
It's still like, all right. So theme is still like another thing, right?
It's not the make or break though
No,
of a game.
it's not the make or break. And I think if Galactic Tank Force was like, oh my god, this game is the funnest thing I've ever played, like people will get past that, right?
Yeah.
It happens it happens all the time in pinball collecting.
It does.
Like
Iron Maiden is one of the best games I've ever played in my life.
shitty theme games do I have in my collection that are fun to play?
Oh yeah, like Last Action Hero. That's a great one.
Yep. Bad Girls.
Yep. That's a great game too.
What's that other shitty Gottlieb game?
Flintstones, you got. That's a shitty theme. Because it's a movie one. If it was a cartoon, it would have been a lot better.
Genesis. Genesis is like it's a shitty look, but the backglass is
GoldenEye.
shitty. You don't like GoldenEye?
Yeah, I like the game. It's the movie is like like Demolition Man. I like it. It's entertaining for what it is, you know. But the game is like better than Demolition Man.
So I'm talking like unique, original themes that are fantastic playing games.
Yeah,
like there's several of them out there. It's just like it needs to get that grassroots following to it, and that will happen with
Indy 500. That's a terrible theme, and I think the game is fantastic. It's one of Bally Williams' best games ever
That's
made.
another Dennis Norman game, right there.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah, it just takes you get people to kind of review it and talk and say nice things about it, but
Theme is like probably the third most important thing. It all comes down to rules and layout first and foremost.
yeah, absolutely.
Because like Iron Maiden, I think is the best game ever made, and I don't give a shit about Iron Maiden as a band, but holy crap, is that game good! And Godzilla, that's another theme I didn't give a shit about, but man, the game is awesome.
Yeah, the layout's fantastic.
Yeah, the rules are great and the layout's fantastic.
And that's I think that's something that Josh Sharp said several times, is if the game and the layout are solid, then the game will stand on its own.
Yep.
You don't need to you should not need to campaign and like if people like it, they will praise it and they will they will advertise for you.
Well, look at how many great theme games are out there with they're just terrible fucking games with great themes, like Back to the Future. That is a great theme. Terrible game. Absolutely terrible. And Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin was an awesome band, and the game is fucking awful. Absolutely awful.
All right, CNK. So I would say. So here's something that probably no one will tell you that that tank layout, that design, it was sitting in Dennis's garage for years. It's been shown.
I think it was Paul Reno's garage, actually.
Oh yeah, it's been.
Paul Reno's been working on that game for 9 years,
Yeah.
and it was never meant to even be a game. It was a project of his that developed and it blew up into this thing.
Yeah, it was shown around. Everybody looked at it, and it's been passed up many times. And here's the thing, like, it's convenient. Think here. David Fix comes on the scene. He brings in a graphics person. He brings in an engineer, and here's, like, you have these people working on staff, right? And management is like, we need them working on something. We're paying them regardless of what's happening, right? And Dennis is like, well, I have this that we can start working on right now. So they did. That's it. There's no, like, magical thing to, like, to get the market research and da-da-da-da-da. Like, no. It's,
Like, what can we do with this? And
what can we do right now? What can we do right now? And, like, I know they wanted an elaborate design from Dennis. That it's got the cool Rams and all this stuff. But that is, like, several months out. Because you gotta think, he just came off of, like, Deep Root and, like...
Spooky.
Was it? I don't think he ever
He was
was.
with Spooky for a little while. He was doing something with them. I remember Dennis was at Spooky for quite a while, like,
What?
doing stuff.
Was he?
Yeah, for a little while he was doing something. I thought he was going to come out with a game for them, and then
I thought he was at...
he was at Spooky for a little bit.
He was a little bit of everybody, because he did stuff with Pinball Brothers, and he did he did something with CGC, but anyway, it's just anyway something that he had. It was just in the hopper. That's what it was. So it's something that you could start working on right now, and that's it. Convenience. This is convenience. And so they worked on it, and it was like they didn't want to change a whole lot of stuff. Even though there was several recommendations from experts in the industry to say otherwise. So anyway, back to my original statement. I really hope that they sell enough that he can continue to do more good things. Is it the best game ever that Dennis has ever made? I mean, he's made a lot of games. Not every game is fantastic, but he takes risks and he's creative. And I really respect what Dennis has done in the past and what he will continue to do. So, heck of a lot of respect for what has been done. And Paul Reno the same. Paul Reno is a good friend and hell of a pinball tech. Absolutely. He's a local guy.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what the fuck he's doing. It's
he actually lives pretty close to here.
yes. So, not to discount anything that those guys have done. It's you know. Anyway, you heard it here. That's what you get. All right, and the next, the bumps were. Yeah, well, in C&K, I feel like the it's just bad marketing.
Actually,
your
the
lab
tank at MGC I thought was brilliant for marketing when they had it remote control and driving the pinball machine around MGC.
Yes.
That was brilliant marketing because there was so many people that took pictures of that tank moving around and stuff and with it. So for that aspect, to take something like that to shows, they got more publicity from that than any of the other pinball manufacturers. So that was brilliant. Honestly.
So that piece, yes, but I feel like the fact that
make sure it's your ball.
Oh, I'm sorry. The fact that it wasn't making any noise.
Yeah, the whole time you're standing there on speech. You know how much of this you have to edit out when you actually get to that?
So sorry.
There's gonna be like a 20-minute clip just missing from this whole thing. See, I just shocked the game again. God damn, but this one didn't freak out when I electrocuted it. It's that couch. I think it's that couch. The couch is just statically charged.
Well, I don't know. I hope C&K appreciates my soapbox there.
All right, here we go. We're gonna get the projector on. I only need one. Nope, never mind. False alarm.
No, C&K's been watching long enough that he knows that I
Ramble.
well and have distaste. He said I miss a ton of boob time. Like,
yeah, because he's talking. He should be doing boobs
Shut the fuck up, Dave.
do the boobs and talk. If you can do both,
Could you please just show the boobs?
turn the boobs on and talk. There we go. There we go. Get in there. No. All right, there we go. One more. One more. No.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like American is keen on paying for licensing, unfortunately. So, you know.
Houdini, I think, is the only one that.
No.
I guess Oktoberfest would have a little bit of a license too.
Nope.
Nothing. There's no. There's no license for either of them.
Nope.
I can't believe. How does Houdini not have a license name?
Nope. It's
an open source.
Mm-hmm. Open source.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like.
So then we'll see Laurel and
it's-
Hardy from them and stuff because it's all expired.
Yeah, it's like it's
Charlie
look at
Chaplin
that.
will come out.
It's a recognized
Expired.
it's a recognizable theme. So that's why they were talking about Sherlock Holmes as teasing, right? Because like everybody like
Yeah, but they might cross-reference with the movie then. Like they might have.
no,
intellectual
it's like
properties.
no, because you can utilize Sherlock Holmes as a theme, open source, because of how old it is. It's just a matter of like what assets you put on the screen. That's where you end up with licensing issues.
Yeah.
So if you gotta utilize stuff that is past
They probably saved a
certain
ton
date.
of money on that, though. Doing that.
Yeah.
Well, Hot Wheels is all licensed theme too.
That is licensed. That's the only licensed one that they've done, and they got it for so cheap. Now the owners of the company think that everything needs to be that cheap. So.
So we probably won't see no Fallout 4 then, since Bethesda is probably pretty expensive with their licensing. That's the company that makes Fallout, and they also make Skyrim.
C&K, who came up with the story for Galactic Tank, I think it was partly.
I think Dennis came up with a lot of it.
Partly Dennis.
He came up with the ice cream for sure.
Yeah, and then partly Zach or Jack Hagar, graphics guy for American, or director for that. Really good guy. I like Jack.
It is kind of refreshing though to have something that's not a licensed theme, that's completely original. You know, people always bitch that, oh, why do we have all these licensed themes, and let's get something original. You know,
but here's the thing: is like the consumers will always say something, say one thing. They'll say one thing, but then they talk different.
Yeah, they talk out their ass.
wallet.
Is what they do.
Yeah, they talk different with their wallet. So it's what they're really saying, and Josh Sharp will say this too. When they say they want original themes, like, yeah, they want original themes, but they want it like way under value of what a licensed theme is. So if you're coming out with like Iron Man or something, like I want the knockoff Iron Man to be way cheaper.
Stainless steel man.
Yeah, I want stainless steel man to be way cheaper. That's
like the Mexican toy version.
Yes.
Oh, Iron Man.
Yes.
Yeah, the problem is though is when they do these cheaper themes, the games don't get cheaper. Like Stern doesn't get, like when we did Infinity Quest, we didn't get cheaper thing because they didn't use the Avengers, the movie rights one. We used the comic one. We didn't get no discount for that.
No.
They never pass the buck onto the consumer.
No. Well, and but they do in the case of like super expensive themes.
Oh yeah, then they'll pass the buck onto us.
Yeah,
like a Vyra, the Batman 66,
Beatles.
Yep. Oh yeah, then they have no problems jacking up the price.
Yeah, you want Beatles? You know,
there you go.
You're gonna pay buku bucks for it. You know, it's.
Yep. Yeah, then they love charging us.
Oh yeah. You really think if they remake Lord of the Rings, it's gonna be $5,000? No.
5,000. I paid 3,400.
Yeah. No.
Shipped to my door, brand new in the box.
Wait.
And that was in 2009. Yeah, I bought my Lord of the Rings was the first new in the box I ever bought. It was $3,400, 2009, delivered to my door.
You got. I didn't know you had Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's hiding in the back. That one's in the back corner because other people aren't allowed to play it because the ball times are insanely long.
I put
it's never ever used for tournament or
the last tournament I have lightning flippers on it.
It's still long, no matter what you do.
Ball. I put it on one ball.
Was it? And it still wasn't long.
But you were there.
I didn't play it. I didn't get put in that group.
Maybe it never got selected.
I never got selected.
But yeah, one ball.
Even then, Lord of the Rings can be a bear. There's certain games I always ban for leagues and tournaments, and it's Lord of the Rings, Simpsons Party Pinball, Spider-Man, Hobbit, Wizard of Oz, Sopranos, and what else has a huge, really long ball time? Pretty much any Jersey Jack game has insanely long ball times.
Yeah. Daryl takes those out.
You have to. You just have to. They are not good tournament games whatsoever.
Yeah, they're too long.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I liked some of them games.
That's
Lord of the Rings, I love. It was my favorite Stern for like 10 years until Iron Maiden came out.
That's what I was worried about with Scooby-Doo. You know,
too long of ball times?
Yeah, if it's too long of ball time, I'm worried about that for any tournament.
I mean, you can make them more brutal and stuff too, but the reason that Lord of the Rings is like such a long ball time is because there's so many things that feed the ball right to your flipper and set it up.
Oh, yeah,
so it's very easy to control the ball. There's not a lot of wild action.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, so it's the design of the game that makes it long ball times.
I was just talking about that with, because I was playing Party Zone, because it has return ramps that go to the flippers, but then there's also ones that's like, it's kind of...
and you got pops that are out in the open a little bit more.
Yeah, kind of randomize it,
Doesn't dribble out the side, feeding the lane, again, feeding your flipper.
Exactly. Well, I think we should probably
Are we all done? Everybody saw enough TNA?
Tits for the night.